Alrighty, then we'll be here. We're gonna cook up a little something here. It's gonna be a little quick, small, cooking for one. But you know, it's late in the day and you want something nutritious and just a nice taste, you know, but not too heavy, not a whole big bulk of something. So I thought this would be a good one. As we've been doing, we've been talking about using the fellatio knife, and we do this with the meats, the pre-pack, you know, your bacons and your ground beef, you know, organic beef we've been using, and this was a frozen, you know, vacuum pack. But it's the same as all the others. The principle works exactly the same. Because I told you, it's not a sealed bag. This isn't like a bag they just sealed, right? It's got a back, and then they put this to it. So they take and they put this this back skin. They stick that chicken fillet on there, a little chicken hooter I like to call them. But anyway, they put that on there, and then they put over that back skin and that chicken piece there, they put on a foreskin, and they suck it down, and they put a run of iron around there or something. But anyway, so that's the important part. You gotta, you know, sometimes we're gonna use part of it, sometimes we're gonna put it back. Right now, what we're gonna do is it's something we're gonna come back to and access that package again. Is what I say, we like to peel it apart or something like that. And there's no need in this instance. I think I might just actually do half of this, and this is how I would, you know, this don't matter. Well, let me see, maybe one of those pliers that, but there they are. Okay. This, just for sake of argument, you know, if you wanted to do it that way, you'd do the same thing. You'd grab a hold of one of these, you know, probably easiest, grab a hold of the foreskin there, and then peel back that away from the back skin, okay? And you know, like I said, I'm gonna do this once. I'm gonna throw this package away, okay? So I don't really care about that right now because it ain't like bacon. It's me wrap them, put back, and all that. This is, you know, and then you got to use a knife for this particular process. So I still use the fellatio knife. Just come in there between the two, just one cut. And I have completely separated the foreskin from the front skin or the back skin, and I've allowed this magnificent little piece of you know, chicken's part there. And then I'm just going to take my fellatio knife. Again, you can do about anything on this. It's nice and sharp. I sharpened it just a little bit ago, and I'm going to run that right down the middle. Okay. And I got two pieces here, and like I said, I'm not worried about that. I'm more concerned about keeping the air out of it, what I do put back. So I'm gonna, this side, I'm gonna take this one there, I'm gonna put back, and I get these, I buy this cheapest little pint Ziploc bag. You would not believe how inexpensive these are. They're like a penny a piece maybe, and then, you know, you use one time, throw it away. You can wash in the Ziploc bag, you know, they're just not, you know, if you, yeah, well, I'm not even talking about it. Okay, so throw that away. Wash the hand a little bit. Well, I'm not done with the chicken, so I should have done that yet. But as I said, wash your hands. Cleanliness, they say cleanliness is next to godliness, whatever that means. I think it means that clean, you know, being clean is good. You know, it won't get you to heaven, but it might get you close. I guess that's all. But anyway, it must be important, or they wouldn't say that. So now I'm just going to cut off some pieces here. Then I'm going to do this little. It's like a stir-fry boil thing. You know, I want some little chicken pieces, and I want some fresh veggies. That's all. Very quick meal. And I'm just going to cut those up a little this way, and a little bit that way, and then. I'm send them over here. I've already diced up some onions right there, okay? Put that on one side of this plate, because this plate is going to be like what goes in there first, okay? And the first vegetable that goes in there, I want that to be the onion, because that's what I'm really wanting to cook down. The rest I want to keep nice and kind of a little bit crispy like. So, I take my little chicken pieces. I'll just put that off there, because I'm going to use that. Now this cutting board, I'm going to clean it later and do some, but you know, chicken, it got some things in it that you just don't want to be mixing up, you know, unkind species like that. So I just rinse it and clean it later. Alrighty, so And so that's all that all of the contaminating materials are here, right here, and they go in there first. They need the most heat. I'll set that over there. So now I'm going to cut up the vegetables here, and then I'm going to take this little plate. I'm going to use a little bitty cast iron fry pan to saute this meat, this chicken meat, in the chicken hooter, I like to call it. But anyway, I'm gonna do that, and then back here I got a little pot. I got some water in, and I'm gonna use, you know, this is you wanna laugh at this. These little ramen noodles, man. That ramen, that dude knows the noodles. And you know, people think that's a cheap, nasty thing. I'm gonna show you how this can be a delicious meal. This there is half of one of those. I'm working on this, like, kind of keep things down, cooking for one, and you know, I just don't want a lot of stuff hanging around and being limp and stuff. And I don't like to eat limp food a day, 2, 3 days later. If I cook something really good, that'll keep by freezing or something like that, fine. But anyway, so I got everything staved out here, and what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna go ahead and start this water back here. Okay. Let that heat up there just a little bit. Now I'm take this little bowl and put this over here. And all the vegetables, all the things I want to put in there, I'm just going to cut off a little piece, slice them up, stick them in that bowl, because they're all going to go in there at the same time after my chicken and my onions. Okay, so most important, if you want to see this, just look at this just a little bit, because it is beautiful. You got rainbow colors here. I think we got something like we don't have black, but we almost got the Italian flag on there. You know what I'm saying? You want rainbow. You want color in your food. You want excitement. You don't want this, like, you know, some kind of brown and gray, and you know, maybe you got a little bit of green or something. No, you want colors. You want to be excited by it, so that you know that you don't have to eat that much to have a sensation. Okay, so I think we'll do these squash first. And so just for variety, I could have used one kind, but I'm going to use just a little bit of both kinds. It's going to be real pretty. So I think I'll start on this end, because I can put these back and I'll just sew on them every time I need a little piece. Maybe some, you know, home fries, you know, potatoes or something. And so I'm just going to take a little bit, not very much, and see what I did, about 1.25 inches, I think that is. And then these two, I'll put those away. All right. And then this pepper, I mean, maybe 1/4 of this pepper, I don't know. Let's go in here and find one of these lines. Well, I'll tell you, okay, this is the easiest thing to do. You go in there around the stem like so, and you just slice around that like that. And look at that. This is gonna save you a lot of trouble. All them seeds and stuff you don't got to worry about. See, they're all right there pretty much. And I have already washed this, so everything you do, all you got to do now is cut this baby up, and then use some more of it later. Put it in the refrigerator, obviously. But so go down here, cut along one of them lines, and just kind of decide, okay, 1/4, that's good. I want some color in there, some vibrant color, but I don't need it. That's a pretty good size red bell pepper. It's very pretty. Put that over there, put it away later. Now, I just go start cutting these up. So, you're gonna cut them in little julienne slices like this. I don't know who julienne is either, but I guess she cut some stuff. I'm amazing, like Lizzie Borden or something. Who knows, man? But anyway, it's safe. It's safe. Just cut them that way. I just, you know, some interesting shape. I don't want a big chunk of nothing, but I just want pretty, and something that's, you know, you don't have to bite in half to get down your gullet there. So I'm in these. I'm gonna do that. This is gonna be a nice size. So here's something too, and this is safety. If you got a round thing to cut, I mean, people get up there. I did people that scared the bejesus out of me. They'll get on some round thing, go cutting around like that. It's rolling, and pretty soon it's whoo, shoots out of there, and the damn thumb is cut off. I have seen that happen. Well, I did it. I actually did. Saw the end of that. It wasn't cooking though, so it was chisel. But anyway, so and then we're gonna take. Oh yes, the fresh ginger. Now this is the thing. You cannot put too much of this. Ooh, it's just delicious. And that's enough. I'm doing a little bitty cook here. Okay. And I'm cut the little pieces of rind off of there. I put my trash over there out of sight. I thought that'd be more hygienic for us. Cut those off. These won't hurt you either. It's just most people like to cut that off. Cut around there like so. I don't, like I said, I'd be more concerned about losing ginger than I would about, eating a little bit of rind. So, and I cut off, this end is a little bit dried looking, like, ooh, I don't know, was that funky? But I tell you what, I just cut that the other day, and it's just dried up a little bit and lost some moisture. I could cut that off and throw it away, but I don't think I need to do that. So I'm gonna cut these up this way, cut them in small pieces. I love to get a bite of ginger. Sometimes, if people just put a big chunk in there and you bite into it, it's like, now that wouldn't bother me. Okay, I skin this and eat it whole, but some people say, oh, that's hot, that's too much, This is ready, by the way, so I'll just turn that, let it be waiting on, it be waiting on me, not me be waiting on it. So I'm gonna cut up the ginger, got that all ready to go. Oh my. I'm getting too excited. See, I'm starting to shake a little bit here and thinking how good this is gonna be. And anyway, so back to the cutting around thing. Slice them in half. One time in half. I know I got sidetracked. I do that. Cut it in half. You get your flat surface. Look what? Same piece of, same segment of squash here. But as you can clearly see, this one, she's rolling around all over the place. And it's not hard, it's soft, so it's probably not going to hurt you like some things could. But just practice the same way, okay? Flat end down, it's going nowhere. You using your finger as a gauge, how thick you want this. I decide that's about what I want. You just cut. Just cut. And you can cut very close to your hand if you're in control, okay? Here you go. That's part of that. And then I'm going to cut this one. And this is my yellow squash. I love it when it's good. Fresh. And then the zucchini squash, this is subtly different, and obviously the biggest difference is just this is yellow. And that meaning the green, that's got yellow, but it's also got blue in there. So that's the biggest difference in these. Like, there's subtle differences in taste, but yeah, almost interchangeable. Anyway, so what we want the colors, right? Yes, we do. All right, so I'm all about there with all this, except for my mushroom. Okay, I got this mushroom. Look at there. This is beautiful, Mother Earth. What's not to love, right? Okay, so I got this nice mushroom, and I rinsed it off. You don't gotta go crazy with it. I see people take freaking wire brushes and they work on these until they got a little nub like that. Sometimes they'll even pull that stem off. My goodness. Okay, that's hideous. Okay, so you take that. Now this is one thing, and this is an exception to the rule, as I said, because we got the round thing, and that's that. And I like what I like about the mushroom is they have a very subtle taste. The best thing about mushroom, there are two things. One is they'll take in flavors from a certain point, and they'll just hold that flavor there. Just like set that aside, okay, and then the rest of the flavors develop in the other things, and that's got that little thing held. So they're like a sponge, they're just like a capacitor for flavor, if you want to put it that way. So, but the other thing is, I like to see that slice, I like to see the slice, the whole cross section of mushroom. It's just part of the deal, mushroom shape, It's like, it's people like that. That's why they call, like, when they see clouds, sometimes they call mushroom clouds. Like, boy, that's magnificent. Well, that's the thing. Mushroom is a very appealing cross section. So this time I'm gonna put this, and they're soft, so they're not gonna rock and shoot out of here. So I'm just gonna start here, and then I'm gonna cut off. Now here's the important part. Now see, if I had done that, if I had just pulled that stem out of there, I would have what? I'd have a little weird button cap thing, and then a stalk. That'd be hideous. So look at that. That's beautiful. Nice cross section. You can see the whole mushroom, see how pretty and clean, as I said, but you don't gotta worry that much about, unless you just like, going them in a trash heap or something. I don't think they do that. Anyway, so then they got that, they got, mushroom effect. Now I'm ready to go. Okay, so turn this on. Turn this on. I don't know if I'm gonna need to pause here. I got a little time limit thing on. Not use up too much dead time. I put, you know, I took the opportunity to put my stuff away, my vegetables back in the refrigerator, and well, they have the ramen noodle pack. I put that in one of them little bitty Ziploc bag, put that away. You know, you didn't need, well, there it is, but I'll put that away. Yeah, you didn't need to see that, I don't think. If you need to be shown how to put them in the Ziploc bag, boy, do you need more help than I can give. So, we're ready to do something now. I'm ready to cook. I got this heated up. We don't have to wait on that. I did put the olive oil in there. Put a little bit of olive oil first. And let that heat up. Because here's the thing. People say, well, you know, I like butter. There's very little olive oil in it. I like butter, you know, for flavor and stuff. And it's good. It ain't bad for you. You know what I mean? So, so I got the butter. Most of the artificial things they got out that they say, oh, the butter, all that old stuff, man. No, it's that new stuff that's not very healthy. So I got the little bit of butter, and I'm gonna add that last. Butter has what they call a lower a smoke point. I mean, it takes less heat to get it to, you know, putting out a smoke. And so, but the other thing is the combination of olive oil. It tends to make the butter not so smoke so much, but it won't take a minute. It won't take a second already for this butter to melt, and the pan is hot, so we're not waiting on that. I'm just doing that. Okay, there we go. It's going, it's going, it's going. All right, now I have everything here. I think I did. So now I'm going to start out with sauteing up this chicken, little chicken bit. And I got this just under high. Let me turn out a little bit, but this chicken needs to be done, so we'll start with that. And it needs a little oil to cook in, so we've got using that most of that oil what we got there, and then that'll be plenty for the vegetables. So we're just kind of searing them a little bit and steaming them kind of almost. So that's all we need to do. I did that. Okay, I'm gonna add a little bit of salt. And if you remember, I told you before, if you're doing it like some of the blister pack meats. Remember, I showed you how to fillet the bacon package, fillet the ground beef package, and how to take the chicken out of those blister packages, vacuum packages, whatever you want to call it. And as I said, they got a flat side, and then they got a back side. They put the food, and then they got the back skin, and then the foreskin. So, then you pull that out of there, you know. So when we're doing that, as I said, I got a little bit of salt here I'm putting in, and I use kosher salt because, as I said, we already removed the foreskin, so we want to use kosher salt. There we go. Okay. I hope you can see that. This is all experiment, guys. This is like, you probably don't want to see the first one. This is the second one. You might not even see it. I'm just practicing, having some fun. Those are going. Yeah, you know what I'm going to set this? Look here. Set that on top of there. It wasn't made for it. It wasn't made for it, but it does cover it. Okay, there we go. I can put the, yeah, I'm done with the butter. I can put that away. So put it all away as I work here. Alrighty. I'm turning it down just a little bit right now. I just want to make sure it cooks through. I want it to brownie outside a little bit, you know. And so it holds up nice when I put it on these noodles here. And so I'm browning that up, and then let this steam it a little bit, cook a little faster when it's covered. It will. Okay. It's looking pretty good now. So, and bear in mind, now it's still going to be cooking as I'm doing the other things. So I just need to, I wanted to, you know, it's like one of them races or something, you know, where they got somebody that maybe a little slower than the other, to give them a little head start. Well, the chicken is a little bit slower, and so we give it a head start. That's the only right thing to do. Okay. Yeah, those are nice little pieces. I'm trying to get down, not cook up too much at once. I get excited. I cook up so much, either, you know, I either eat the same damn thing for a week or it goes bad. I don't want to do that. Okay, so there we go. Got that. Maybe I'll put a little pepper on there. almost empty. Now I know this ain't exotic here because what? Because I would use I'd fresh ground pepper, all that. If you're cooking something for several people or something, you're showing off or something, you can do all that. It is better. But if you just don't want to do it, it's better than eating, going down to the damn, McDonald's or something, or, this is a whole lot better for you. And you don't have to spend that much time. Alright, so now we put the mushrooms next. And if you notice, there's very something, you can learn something here. Okay, these mushrooms, they don't need to, they're as excited mushroom right there. It just needs to steam a little more than anything else. It doesn't need to fry or sear. We'll get back to that. Something else I need to get out of here. Okay, so oh yeah, the mushroom just need. I put. Oh, that's right. Look at that. Now I said we like cooked colorful, right? But you notice that these are all. It's not that. There's not that much color going on, right? That's true. But this is why I put a little bit in. I ain't even talk about what it is. Good. It's salt and pepper, maybe a little garlic in there. Ooh, a little garlic would be good. Again, easy, convenient. Big meal, I'd use fresh garlic, so this will work for now. Okay. But all the things in here so far, there's not much color going on. And there's a reason for that. They all need to cook and do what they're going to do. But I don't want them, the vegetables, if you cook them, they don't need that much. They just don't need it. I mean, look here. All right, see that? I do right here, anything in there you can't eat. I prove it. But if you go put them, well, one thing, less time in there, the less limp and soggy they're gonna get. We don't like limp and soggy. It's not a thing I like. So that's why we save that for last. Also, I've diced up. I'm ready to gin it now. I'm gonna do this. And then we're going to do a little thing to get some steam happening, and then add the rest of it. So what I'm going to do, a little bit of balsamic, white balsamic vinegar. I'll tell you there's a secret that I will share with you. Anything you cook should have some kind of a acid or something, or alcohol or acid or whatever. Vinegar, wine, vinegar, whatever, whatever it calls for. Tequila, But it should have something like that, some kind of a tang thing. So, obviously you have salt, everything got to have salt. And then a sweet component. You need something sweet, honey, or a little bit of brown sugar, whatever. That's going to all work together a whole lot better. You have something, they don't have a little bit of something sweet, it's just missing. It's missing, you're missing out. Okay, so that's going, look at that. See, so all the blandly colored things, they ain't wrong, they're very pretty in their own way. But they're all there. And I'm going to take the little vegetable package. And look at that. I mean, it's going to be a lot for one to do. Okay, put that in there. Turn around. Turn up the heat too. I don't mind getting a little bit of sear on the vegetables. But I don't want them to lose any crunch, is what I'm saying. A little bit of sear is interesting, a little bit of butter flavor. But that's about right. Now take me a little bit of kosher salt. I like other salt. I like tank salt, Himalayan salt. I like sea salt. Man, I didn't know there were so many kinds of salt. Salt has always been a favorite of mine. So I'm put a little bit, kind of shadow on the pepper. I should have picked up. Okay, got plenty there now. Okay, but not too much. That just alarmed me if they was maybe that might be more than one. Okay, it's all going. It's all there. Now, a little secret. Some of this stuff like that most people don't know about. And take this garlic spoon. Just rinse that off so it don't cross-contaminate the jar here with the garlic and the horseradish. Horseradish is extremely good in a stir fry meal. Again, get a little bit more heat. Okay, let's take that for you a little bit. Wrap it up. So now I have, I believe, oh no, I have one other item. I got a little bit of shredded carrots there. Shred those up. And stick them in there. And they give me a little color, right? They give me something between the red and the yellow. All the color. I don't have blue, I don't have purple. That's the only thing, you know. It might be a little concerning if I did, to be honest with you. Okay, so there, that's everything right there. It's all there. It's all looking good. And now, I didn't set it out because I kind of forgot. But let's go. And you know, a little bit of something sweet. And that would be the honey. Let us going to finish this up. Now it's time to get these noodles happening. Okay. Look at that. That is extremely beautiful. Extremely beautiful. Everything is there. It's going to chill a little. Get a little honey for sweetness. And another little dash of balsamic. You know, I might even get crazy for another bit of flavor and maybe put a little orange juice in there. I don't know. I didn't know either. There's my little pliers again. Yeah, that didn't work so well. Well, whatever. I need to put it down. We're done cooking that now. No, not that. That. Okay. Look at that. Yeah, that's gonna be good. That's all we need. I don't know if I'll need to thicken this or not, but I'm just gonna set this on here, and then I'm gonna let those go, cook on, get ready to cook. I'm gonna take a little break. Okay. I still want to run out of time there on my thing, so I turned that off for a minute, restart. So now I'm gonna do a little something. See, something I just figured out. I figured this out myself. I didn't even see this on video or nothing like that. But it's an amazing way to get you a little thick something, you know, a bit of thickener in what you got going. That's just absolutely amazing. It adds a little something, don't take nothing away. Water's ready, boom, there you go. You can do what you need to do. That's actually, this does actually made for that. So, so I poured this a little bit of that juice from what I'm doing there. And they call this, I think they call this a roux or something. I thought that was from Australia, but anyway. But they take that juice, and here's the part. You can use cornstarch thick and stuff. That's what I learned when I was a kid, but it leaves a taste. Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, and here's, I found this flour last year. You know, it's saying, well, I might have some kind of a gluten intolerance. I don't know. I don't think I have a gluten intolerance. I'm just intolerant in general. So, but one of the things I discovered was looking at these different flours during that time. So here you go. Got this quinoa flour. I've never seen a quinoa. I'm not exactly sure what it looks like. I know I tried to bake with that, like something sweet or cookies. It was terrible. Anyway, but I discovered that this is very, very good in a salty application, if you will. And it's not all pasty, you know, like a just wheat paste flour thing or something like that. Look at that. That's all mixed up, and what that was gonna do when I reintroduced that is that's just gonna make a nice, you know, something that's gonna like cling to the noodles and not just, you know, just kind of, but you know, make soup in the bottom of your plate. You know what I'm saying? If I want soup, I want like Siam dinner or something like that. I'll make it that way, but I don't want that. I want a kind of a half dry. I mean, not dry meal, but not soup. All right, I don't want soup tonight. So I got that. I put that in there. I get my little deal. I might even just use that. Just do it with my handy glove. These do get extremely hot. These handles of these things. Ah! I'm not even sure if I'm doing that, but it's all cooking. It's all cooking. Oh, I'll put heat back on a little bit. I turned it off for a minute. I didn't want it to get too dry. But it is basically there. It's going to thicken by the time these noodles are ready. I guarantee you. In fact, it might be a little thicker than I wanted. It's going to give me the opportunity to put this a little bit more of this orange juice in there. Just a little bit. And then another little trick. I like orange flavor in this kind of thing. I just do. So I like to keep orange marmalade. Give it a little flavor that way. Also a little sweetness. They got some orange sweet and sour sauce. This stuff ain't good on its own, but I can use some of it that way. Give it a little more sweetness, and maybe I need this to pinch more heat. You can't hurt anything with that little Cholula like that. Okay, so yeah, we got this. Ain't gonna be like you'll burn your mouth, roof of your mouth off, nothing like that. It's gonna blister and nothing like that. But we got ginger. Well, a lot of people consider hot. It can be in extreme amounts. We got what else? We got a little black pepper. That hardly don't mind it. And then, yeah, I thought there was main one. And then we got the little bit of Cholula. I got that pretty thick. Anyway, that's about there. I think I'm gonna turn this off and play it and get ready, and we'll do the tasting like that, and we'll just finish up there. I'll put some things away. Okay, now we are going to finish up right about here, but I just want to go over some things that we have accomplished, and it's nothing short of amazing. Okay, this meal for one, it's probably two more than I can eat. To be absolutely honest with you, it didn't cost. I ain't got all of $2 in this thing. That's with your fresh, fresh frozen, whatever. But that's organic chicken. That's good stuff. It ain't got all the weird stuff going on, and we'll talk about that later. Fresh vegetables, everything fresh, everything very healthy. $2. You try to do that. It's and the heart of that, I got this little ramen noodles. Most people think that's not healthy, but I'll just show you how it can be. And that's half of that thing. I put that in half the little flavor pack back in there. I use that next time. And I did add half of that to my noodles. Okay, we'll get ready to put this out here. Because, well, we already spiced that, but we go ahead and use that on noodles. It's awful good stuff. I used that, the Oriental variety, and I don't really consider this Asian cooking or whatever, or Asian, but it's Asian themed. Let's put it that way. So yeah, we put that spice back. What's got in that particular flavor? It's got, it got some more salt. That's a good thing. Some soy flavor. That's good. It's got, maybe a little garlic, but it's got a good bit of ginger flavor too. We already put it in there, but as I said, you can't get too much ginger. I like redheads too, so flavor. But that's that. Put on my safety glove. I want to dig this out there across there. As I said, this is gonna be more than I can handle. But then it's a little bit of noodles, it's not the healthiest part of it, the noodle ain't. It's just it's a foundation, if you will. It's like, like the foundation on your house, something a bit, concrete, whole bunch, not a slab, that's what this is. It's not a good foundation. But anyway, but you got the, concrete or stem wall, whatever you got there for your foundation. Face it, it's not the prettiest part of your house. And, but you do have to have it, so that's what that does. Okay, so that's what we got, and I gotta clean up a little bit later, but if we're gonna do that ceremonial bite thing, I guess they all do, and I just got kind of inspired. I enjoy preparing it. I don't mind doing this for one person just a little bit, not have a whole bunch left over. Eat healthy, You know, that's what I'm trying to do. I always try to do, probably just eat too much. But anyway, that's what I said. Little portions. You know, half the portion, twice the spice. You might say that's 4 times the spice, but it's better than that. It's better than that. I'll show you. And I got the little chopstick just to show you how I can use them. I might not. I probably won't finish it that way because, as I said, this is Asian theme. This is not Asian cooking. But anyway, so there it is. It's kind of pretty. I still got some color left. You know, always. You know, it could have a little more, but it's got. You know, it's a good medium there. So I'll grab a little piece of that chicken. See how that did. Good. Okay. Few of them noodles. See how that is. Yeah. That's good. Wipe my mouth. I would say we succeeded. And so yeah, double B. I'm gonna eat. Check me out again.